What is your name, sir?
Richard Rivera.
What is your contact information?
You can either find most of my information on StabittyBunny.com. That's StabittyBunny.com. We're also on Facebook, and that's probably the best way to reach us.
Where do you hail from, your location?
I was born in Gainesville, Florida, and now I've made it all the way over to St. Cloud, Florida.
What are the credits under your name?
I've written and created the series called StabittyBunny, Wild Bull and Chipper, Storm Pirates. There's a coloring comic I've done, and as of November, there'll be a children's book that I've done.
What's your current favorite comic book?
My current favorite comic book, I gotta tell you, I had a lot of fun with Future Quest. I know that's like a little series that just came out, but I had a lot of fun reading that. I would say as far as series, I do really like Walking Dead, Invincible. I've got a lot of favorite characters from my childhood whose series I don't have the heart to follow right now.
If you could have one superhero power, what would it be?
Mind control.
Very good. All right, well, the 7 deadly questions didn't bother showing up today because they wanted to go to the beach to read StabittyBunny.
Oh, of course.
So while they're there goofing off and reading StabittyBunny, I'm going to ask their questions for them.
All right.
If you're ready.
I'm ready.
Why is StabittyBunny worth people's fandom?
Well, I tried to earn that fandom by doing a lot of the groundwork and doing a lot of work before we ever put a comic out. I spent over 2 years writing the entire series. I've got 100 years of history for various families in the book, the townspeople. I really tried to lay a good foundation. I know what happens in issue 36, and issue 36 will change the way you looked at issue 1 just a little bit, and all the way through. It's kind of a meticulously crafted horror mystery story, and hopefully one with a lot of heart as well as horror.
What other franchise character or comic book title would you like to see have a short crossover with StabittyBunny?
I think probably Dr. Fate. I think that could be very interesting.
Very cool. What are the merchandising plans for StabittyBunny? Will there be a bunny?
There will be a bunny. We've already gone through 2 prototypes that I did not approve. So we're working on that. Maybe number 3 is the charm. We have StabittyBunny hats in production, and we have, I guess that's about it right now as far as merchandising, beyond what we already have. We've got t-shirts that sell really well. We've got stickers. We've got posters. Try to have something for however people want to express their Stabbityness. We try to have something for them.
What intellectual property would you love to work on in your lifetime?
I'd have to say Star Trek. I would love to. I remember the old animated series, and that was fun. I'd like to see an animated series dealing with some of the Star Trek worlds.
What superhero is so annoying that they need to die and stay dead forever? And why them?
Wow. Well, I had a different answer if it was just someone who I don't care for, but die and stay dead. I don't know, you got me stumped there. I'm trying to think of somebody who I don't see coming back that I really wouldn't miss. I've got to say, well, I wouldn't mind Ant-Man going away. And by that I mean probably more of a Scott Lang kind of thing. I think Henry Pym has a place in the universe and a place in my heart for all of his various guises. But maybe the new Ant-Man could die and never come back, and I wouldn't care.
Would you sell StabittyBunny to a publisher for quick cash, knowing that they plan to turn it into a comedy and more like Ted?
No.
What is a mistake that you have made in your career that you want to warn others to stay away from?
Well, I would say maybe waiting too long, being too cautious. Sometimes you need to go out there and test the waters. Personally, I had written, and that's why I've got so many series right now. I've written comic book series and put them in boxes for 4 decades, and just recently started last year. In fact, last June was the first issue of StabittyBunny that came out, and now I've got 4 series out basically. So I would say, while you do need to be prepared, don't let that preparedness cause you to hesitate too much. Be cautious, but not overly so.
All right, sir. Generally speaking, the 7 deadly questions give a certain amount of time, but because they're lazy and on the beach, you now get carte blanche.
Okay.
Tell us everything we need to know.
Everything we need to know about
you, StabittyBunny, and Think Alike Productions.
All right. Well, StabittyBunny, we say you find at the intersection, at least thematically, of Nightmare on Elm Street and Sesame Street. It's a plush bunny and his little girl against an army of evil say a prayer for the bad guys. That's all very surface, but as far as if you like that pitch, you'll probably like StabittyBunny. Storm Pirates is my newest series, doing that series with Drew Moss, who just recently got signed with Image. He's doing the next arc of Copperhead. Drew's fantastic, and we've worked really well together. I think being very comfortable with Drew, that he's got a lot of more influence in the visuals of Storm Pirates than my average series. Think Alike Productions, I'd say it's just a great group of people. We've come together to cross-promote, to help each other do better in the industry. And if you have a comic and you've got the first issue done, then think about contacting us, either at thinkalikeproductions.com, or if you're ready to go, you got something to submit, there's Submit to Tap, which I believe it might be a Gmail. I tell you what, go to thinkalikeproductions.com and use that. We've got a lot of great new series coming out this year. People have worked on these series for years, and I think that this year is a year that Think Alike Productions adds a lot of, if we were on shelf space there, a lot of new things will be coming out, and they're all great series. Ruben Romero just did one called The Throwaways, and it's kind of my personal favorite new series. We've got Clara Meath worked on that. She just graduated, valedictorian of SCAD. So a lot of people are, after a lot of our creative, a lot of our artists and people on our creative teams, but they're committed to our projects and completing those as well. And we're just really blessed to have the opportunity to work with these people. I feel especially so. They make my stuff look good, and I try to thank my artists, make sure they know how appreciated they are, try to make sure they're in the forefront. My colorists, sometimes colorists don't get enough credit. Liesl Buenaventura is amazing. She adds that extra layer of atmosphere and mood to StabittyBunny, and actually she's ended up coloring every one of my series. She wasn't going to do Storm Pirates, but she adjusted her coloring style, changed her palette, and made it work. And everybody I've worked with, I can't be more glad about how dependable they are. Things happen in life, family comes first, but other than that, we haven't had missed deadlines. Everybody respects the fact that everybody's working really hard on the book and they don't want to let the team down. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be putting out comics, and I tell you, I just feel very, several times during this convention even, people have come up, they've either bought StabittyBunny 1 or they bought StabittyBunny 1 and 2, and like, do you have more issues? And people who've already bought all 3 issues are really anxious for number 4. And just have people come up, enjoy the story, they've analyzed the story, they ask me very intelligent questions about it, and I'm just honored that they take the time, and I'm really glad they enjoy it.
Well, thank you for your time. We know how precious creators' times are, and we look forward to seeing what you come up with.